Take your project building to the next level with a cutting system that delivers the cutting precision and safety you need in an incredibly versatile portable package, the Kreg Adaptive Cutting System. With the Adaptive Cutting System, you can easily cut plywood sheets down to size, plus rip and crosscut solid wood boards, and so much more. And you can do it with a single cutting center that does the job of multiple tools and that folds up and rolls out of the way when you need your workspace for other things. At the heart of the adaptive cutting system are the Kreg Plunge saw and 62-inch guide track. With those, cutting is as easy as aligning the edge of the track with where you want to cut and then pushing the saw along the track. This guarantees every cut will be straight. Great cuts need to be more than straight. They also need to be smooth. And with the Plunge saw and guide track, they will be, thanks to guide strips on the track that hug tight against the 48-tooth carbide-tipped blade, plus a splinter guard on the saw that minimizes splintering on the other side of the blade. Whether you're using the Plunge saw and guide track on their own or on the Adaptive Cutting System's project table, smooth, straight cuts are ensured with every pass of the saw. The Adaptive Cutting System Plunge saw is packed with other features that ensure great results too. That starts with the saw's plunge cutting action. This keeps the blade completely shrouded until you release the plunge lock and squeeze the trigger to plunge the blade to your preset depth. At the same time, a riving knife plunges down behind the blade to prevent the blade from binding, burning, or kicking back. A selectable anti-kickback feature also prevents the saw from moving backward for even greater confidence-inspiring safety. Safety is further assured because both of your hands are on the saw, well away from the blade that's buried in your workpiece instead of exposed. Handles on the plunge saw provide a solid grip on the saw as the soft start, variable speed motor starts without jerking, and as you guide the plunge saw confidently along the guide track. At the end of your cut, the blade retracts completely into the saw, while an electronic brake quickly stops the spinning blade. The plunge saw also allows you to easily set cutting depth, up to 2 1/8 inch, as well as bevel angles from -1 to 47 degrees. The plunge saw minimizes the cutting mess by containing dust inside the shroud and pushing it into the included high-performance dust bag. The Adaptive Cutting System's 62-inch long guide track guides the plunge saw perfectly for every cut. In addition to the anti-chip strip that minimizes splinters as you cut, the track has a pair of grip strips on the underside that hold the track in place without clamps in almost all cuts. Up top, glide strips keep the saw moving smoothly along the track. A cord manager keeps the saw cord under control and does the same if you have connected a vacuum hose. If you need additional cutting capacity, you can add another guide track using optional connectors for a total length of 124 inches. When you're ready to take your cutting capability to an even higher level, put your guide track on the Adaptive Cutting System project table. The project table turns the plunge saw and guide track into a complete cutting system that you can use to conquer all your cuts in plywood and solid wood. Just roll the project table into place, fold down the heavy-duty stand, and you're ready to go. The project table offers solid support for your workpieces, whether they're small boards or large panels. But that's just the beginning. The project table's hinges hold the guide track in place. All you have to do is position your workpiece underneath, lower the track, and you're ready to cut. The project table ensures that all those cuts are precise and controlled using integrated guides that all come with the table to support and position workpieces. Holes that are precisely machined into the project table accept aluminum versastops. Place a board against 2 stops and you'll know it's positioned for an exact 90-degree crosscut or a perfect 45-degree miter. Measuring systems and additional stops integrated into the project table ensure that you can make every cut accurately and repeatably too. Repetitive stops lock in place to set perfect cutting lengths for crosscuts and rip cuts, whether they're wide or narrow, and whether the pieces are long or short. A 48-inch extension even allows you to set measurements that are greater than the width of the project table top. When your projects call for angles other than 90 or 45 degrees, the miter guide makes it easy to dial in the exact angle you need to cut any project part with confidence. Thanks to its integrated guides and measuring scales, the Adaptive Cutting System gives you the ability to make all your cuts precisely, whether you are cutting one piece or many. If you're working with full sheets or long boards on a regular basis, you can add additional workpiece support with optional project table extension brackets that let you expand the table using a Kreg Mobile Project Center or track horse. And when you want to use your plunge saw and guide track to make cuts off the project table, you can take that measuring accuracy with you using 2 more great adaptive cutting system accessories: rip guides for narrow cuts and parallel guides for wide cuts. Wherever you work, wherever you build, and whether you're building with solid wood or plywood, the Kreg Adaptive Cutting System offers versatile cutting capabilities and superior cutting performance that will help you take your projects to the next level. Visit us online at kregtool.com to learn more about the Adaptive Cutting System.